Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to talk a little bit about dye release. For those of you who watched my quick and easy henna paste video, at the end of that video I did say that I was going to make a dye release video or talk about it in a little bit of detail. It has taken me over a year to get that video done, and some of my subscribers kindly reminded me that I needed to get on that. So here it is. I'm going to talk a little bit about dye release, what it is, why it's important to a henna artist, and what it looks like and how to successfully achieve a good dye release for your henna. So basically the process is the dye, the natural dye from the henna itself releasing from the powder, so that when you apply it to your skin can absorb the dye itself. Again, this is a natural dye and it leaves a beautiful stain in the pattern that you apply it in. Some people say it's not necessary to let henna go through dye release. I happen to know that that is not the case. Your henna does need to go through dye release for it to produce a nice stain for your skin or wherever you put it, whether it be your hair, your nails, or whatever. For my henna paste, I followed the recipe in my quick and easy henna paste recipe. As you can see in the henna here, the paste, it's a little dark on top, but I've moved some of it aside and you can see that it's lighter underneath. And that's because the henna has gone through a dye release process. When I actually mix the paste, it's this lighter green color, and when it dye releases, it gets dark brown on top. Basically what I do for dye release is I mix it in a container, and if the container has a lid that goes along with it, I just put the lid on top and put it someplace warm that will keep it approximately 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius, I'm not quite sure of the conversion, so I'll put information about that in the down bar. If I have a bowl that does not have a lid that fits on it, I use one of these plastic bags that you get from the grocery store that you put fruit in when you buy it. I put the bowl inside of it and then just kind of tie a knot at the end so extra air doesn't get in and dry the henna out. So that's basically what I do. I put it in a warm place. Some really great ideas for warm places: on top of your refrigerator. Not in your refrigerator, because the refrigerator inside is cold, but on top it gets kind of warm. Also, if you happen to be doing any baking inside of your oven, setting it on top of the oven, making sure that the henna is not getting too hot, that's also a really great place. And if you have one of those old school TVs and you haven't upgraded with the rest of us, you can put it on top of your TV as well. TVs do generate a lot of heat when they are in use. Another idea that I came up with recently is I found some of these hand warmers at my local pharmacy. I bought them at is it a Rite Aid or a Walgreens? One of those two stores. And these are hand warmers, and they're often used by hikers to put in their pockets to keep their hands warm so their fingers don't freeze. And these will heat up to 7 hours. And so you can put this under the bowl like so, and it will keep your henna warm. You want to keep your henna warm at approximately 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Any cooler than that, it's going to take a really long time to dye release, and any warmer than that, you'll do what's called cook or bake your henna, which will completely destroy your batch. Yes, making it too hot will bake it and destroy the batch, so it's not useful at all other than practicing. I've done this before. I used to live in Texas where it was very, very hot. I put some henna out on the patio thinking the hotter the better. It'll dye release really quick. That was not the case, and my henna baked and exploded all over the patio. Also, you don't want to cook your henna. You don't want to put it in the microwave. You do not want to put it inside of the oven where it will bake. And this is why I said previously in the video, if you're putting it on top of the oven while you're using the oven, baking like something on the inside, bread or cookies or whatnot, that you may find that the henna will bake. It will get too hot. Be very careful not to let your henna get too hot, which is why I recommend these kind of hand warmer things. Or if you have one of those electric heating pads, or you have a hot water bottle, you can put some hot water inside of that and then set your henna on top of it and keep it warm that way. In the summer, it's not so hard to keep your henna warm. You can just put it in a cabinet or put it out of the way somewhere and, forget about it for 2 days. However, in the winter, it's a little bit more of a challenge because our homes tend to be a little bit cooler. So that's basically what dye release is. It's a really simple process. The henna does all on its own. You don't need to really intervene. You just need to keep it warm enough and give it some time. Dye release can take place anywhere from 24 hours up to 72 hours. I do 72 hours for my henna, which is approximately 3 days. That's where I find that it performs the best. and you can do it for 24 hours or 48 hours. If you find that your henna is not giving you the stain that you like after 24 hours, let your henna sit for 48 hours. If not after 48 hours, do 72. But your henna should be giving you a decent stain at 48 hours. I'll go ahead and put some approximate times depending on the type of henna paste you're using, or the type of henna powder you're using. It's going to vary. Moroccan henna tends to dye release a little bit faster than the other, so I'll put all that information in the down bar. And thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, please do let me know. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and please check out my Etsy store for henna supplies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.